With the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We can start off with the approval of minutes and financials, and we can start with June 9th. I have corrected copies of that. Any discussions on that? No?
I don't.
All right. Laura?
No.
I move to accept the meeting minutes of June 9th, 2025 as presented.
Second.
Yes.
Laura? Yes. Ed?
Yes.
Tiffany?
Yes. Okay. And then to the July 14th meeting minutes that were tabled. Any discussions on this?
I don't.
There was, under approval of minutes and reports, it says May minutes, corrections, a motion was made. We need to know who made the motion. It's under approval. Just the name of the person who approved it.
Under the adjournment as well.
Whoever made the motion.
That was the only
Yes,
addition I had was who made the motion. Other than that, those look fine to me. So if there's no further discussion on that, I move to approve these minutes pending the two additions to who made the motions and the approval of minutes and the adjournment.
Second.
Yes.
Laura? Yes. Ed?
Yes.
Tiffany?
Yes. All right, August 11 meeting minutes. I just received these. They weren't available over the weekend. Has everybody had a chance to look at them? Because I have not.
I got mine today.
We'll table those.
Let's table those.
And then we have August 9th, I'm sorry, I correct myself. August 29th, the special meeting. Has everyone had a chance to review that?
I haven't. I have one correction. On the first page, it says trustee Todd Bardelli, just not the word trustee.
Captain Bardelli.
Yes.
Just had a few things too. When we talk about the fire truck upon receipt of revised agreement reflecting the finalized terms, I just wanted to add the finalized terms for a printed invoice with a complete inventory. Besides that, I'm good with this. And also that Todd and Tim did drive the truck. That was a part of it too, because we wanted to make sure it had been test driven. If we can add those two things, I would approve these with those additions. Any further discussion?
None.
All right, I move to approve these minutes with the addition of Todd and Tim Suderman of the fire department test drove the truck, and that the revised terms were a printed invoice with a complete inventory.
Second.
I vote yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
Tiffany?
Yes. I don't have any financials to review. Do we have financials
No.
to review? Okay. So we will table those till next time. Communications?
I have two resolutions that we need to get done. One's number 25-6, and it is for the solid waste management plan. They had texted Ed and asked him to get this in, so I wrote up the resolution. So we just need to pass it. You guys can look at it.
We received this before the last meeting, but we did not move to accept it from the solid waste. Every county in Ohio has to have a solid waste plan. If the county does not prepare one, the state prepares one, the state EPA prepares one, and nobody wants them to do that.
So we just need to make a resolution to adopt
To
Portage
adopt,
counties.
yes.
Would you like to read that, or do we?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not that, the resolution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ordinance adopt a solid waste management plan, whereas the Deerfield Township, must decide whether it approves of said draft solid waste management plan within 90 days of receipt. Now therefore be resolved by the Board of Trustees of Deerfield Township, the Deerfield Township approves or disapproves the county solid waste management plan. I will make a motion that we accept this. In Deerfield, it doesn't matter a lot to us. We're currently not in a recycling program, but a lot of the rest of the county is.
I'll second.
I vote yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
Tiffany?
Yes.
Okay, now our second one. It's for our budget commission. They give us our budget, and all we have to do is make a resolution that we accept what they wrote for their tax and property tax and stuff like that. That's the resolution there. It's 25-7.
I don't know who spells that out. I'll give that back to you.
Okay.
All right.
I'll make a motion that we accept from the Portage County Auditor's Office.
I'll second.
I vote yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
Tiffany?
If you need us to sign something, just let us
Yeah.
know. Any other communications?
I'm done.
I have none.
I have none.
Speak now or forever hold your communication. Okay, so we will move on to, in the interest of moving things forward and not keeping people for a very long time, we will move towards our fire department hearing. And I will give you the floor.
Thank you. As you know, we're here to discuss the employment situation involving Kristy Davis. I have asked the fire chief, Scott Dean, to attend, and I have a couple of questions that I'm going to ask him in relation to this issue. I'm going to give him 2 copies of 2 documents. I hope I made enough copies for everyone. I have shared these with Ms. Davis's attorney, who's here with us today, and I'm going to give these to, I guess what you call them exhibits A and B. Exhibit A is a letter dated June 10th, 2024. You haven't seen it. You wrote it, so I'm guessing you're going to remember it. Unfortunately, I only got 1 more copy, so I'm going to just leave it for you guys to look at. And the other document that I'm going to hand them is a letter to the trustees from the chief dated February 19th, 2025. Now, first and foremost, Scott, may I call you Scott, Chief? Okay. The first letter that I handed you was this letter dated June 10th, 2024. First of all, you wrote that, did you not?
That is correct.
Okay. And what in essence did you intend to do or have done in relation to that letter?
That part, the reason for this letter was to get Ms. Davis back into compliance with our SOPs and the fire department regulations.
Okay. I'm going to have to ask you to speak up because I'm somewhat hard of hearing. Could you repeat that?
Yeah, the reason for this letter was to get Ms. Davis to contact us, to come in and meet with us, so we could get her back on track to be a productive member for the township.
Okay. And now, you can see the date of this letter is June 24th. When was the last time, prior to that date, that Ms. Davis worked for the fire department, actually came in and took a shift and worked for the fire department?
Roughly, without having the records in front of me, roughly 2 years.
2 years. So for 2 years, she had not done anything with the fire department. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay. Why, if you know, did she not work for the fire department?
Don't know.
Okay. She had made a complaint about a coworker, did she not?
Yes, she did.
Okay. And that complaint was in essence an allegation of sexual harassment?
That is correct.
Okay. And as a result of what she perceived to be sexual harassment, she decided not to return to work?
That's something you'd have to ask her.
Okay, I'm sure she'll probably answer that question, so we don't need for you to see into her mind. Now, what was the result of the investigation into this incident, if you know?
The sexual harassment?
Yes.
The other party resigned.
Okay, approximately when was that?
October of last year.
2024. Okay, all right. And so he resigned. Before he left, was he permitted to return to work?
I'm not sure what you're saying.
Well, did he continue with his regular responsibilities as a Deerfield firefighter?
No, he was under paid
He what?
he was under paid suspension.
So he was on suspension and he wasn't coming to work, is that it?
Correct.
Okay. So when was he suspended, if you recall?
I took it to the trustees and they suspended him immediately after the complaint was filed.
And that was 2023? Do you remember?
Can't say the date for sure, but I believe that's what was correct.
Okay, so it was quite some time before his resignation, is that correct?
Correct.
Approximately how long would you say between his suspension and his resignation, if you recall?
18 months, maybe.
Okay,
Question.
so for 18 months he's suspended and he's not working.
Correct.
Okay, and during that same period of time, was Ms. Davis working?
No.
Okay, so they're both out of there.
Correct.
Okay, you had an investigation done, by whom?
The trustees hired a gentleman to do it, an outside independent person.
Okay, and so they hired an attorney to do the investigation?
He was not an attorney.
He was what?
I do not believe he was an attorney. He was
Okay, you had somebody do the investigation. How long did it take?
multiple months.
More than a year?
Yes.
Okay, so it's taking quite a bit of time. He's getting paid for that, wasn't he?
Correct.
Okay. In any event, he concluded his investigation. Was a recommendation made?
I have not officially seen it. It was sent to the trustees.
The recommendation was made to the trustees?
Correct.
Okay. And did you hear what the recommendation was?
You'd have to talk to them. I've never
Okay.
physically seen it.
All right. Give us the name of the harasser.
The suspect,
Yeah.
Brian Kelderhouse.
Could you speak up?
Brian Kelderhouse.
Brandon?
Brian.
Brian. Okay. And last name is
Kellerhouse.
Kellerman?
Kellerhouse.
Kellerhouse. Okay, all right. You said he resigned. Do you know what was going to happen had he not resigned?
Not officially, I did not see the paperwork.
Okay, all right. So he resigns, and at that point, what does Ms. Davis do?
Nothing?
Did she ever react to your letter of June 10, 2024?
No. No.
She didn't call you up and say, I got your letter?
No.
No response at all?
Not for several months after that.
You were asking her to respond in this letter, were you not?
That is correct.
So it first goes on to say that Ms. Lindsay's participation in the fire department has not met the requirements set forth in the standard operating procedures of 2023 and 2024. You have not met the 7% standard. What's the 7% standard?
In the SOPs, you have, every employee has to make 7% of the calls to be an active member at the previous time period.
And this letter apparently is saying that Ms. Davis, for the years 2023 and 2024, had not met the standard, correct?
That's correct.
All right. The second paragraph then goes on to say, you have until 4 p.m. on June 24th, so that's what, 2 weeks? You have 2 weeks to contact Chief Dean by phone to schedule a meeting to see how you can reach the requirements set forth by the township. Failure to contact Chief Dean will result in you being taken off the active membership of the Deerfield Fire Department. Says that, right?
Correct.
Did she contact you at any time prior to 4 p.m. on June 24th, 2024?
No.
Did she sometime thereafter contact you?
I believe it was after another letter was sent out in November.
Which letter was it? What was said?
The second letter was sent out in November to recontact
Okay.
us.
Well, the date on the second letter that I gave you is February 19th, 2025.
Correct.
But that's the letter to the trustees.
That's correct.
So, you did have some contact with her. How did that come about?
I believe it was via email maybe, or text. One.
She emailed you or you emailed her?
No, she would be emailing or texting me, one of the two.
What's that?
It would have been to me.
Okay, and so tell us about that discussion.
It was brought up about having a second meeting to come in and meet with the officers and myself, and that was completed.
When was that?
I don't have the records from me. It was either November.
Well, does this refresh your recollection? Was it December 19th, 2024? Or thereabouts? Okay.
Sounds better.
So there was a meeting with Ms. Davis. What happened at that meeting?
Myself, Captain Allison, Captain Bardelli was there. We laid out the terms, you know, if you want to come back, we want you to come back. We gave her some projects that we were going to ask her to look into.
What was she told she had to do?
At that time, produce her fire and medic card, continue education, show us that she's for that cycle, meet with Captain Allison to complete the...
For the retraining?
Retraining.
Okay.
Was
And
it
that was
change?
with Captain Allison?
Yes.
Okay. And around that time, was Captain Allison disabled in any fashion?
He was still working the station for us.
So he was still coming into the station?
Correct.
Still performing his job?
Yes.
Still capable of performing this retraining?
Correct.
And Ms. Davis was directed to contact Captain Allison and arrange for retraining?
Correct.
Did she make any contact whatsoever, to your knowledge?
No.
Did she make any contact with anyone in order to arrange for retraining?
Not myself, not any of the captains, the assistant chief, none of us.
Okay. Now, what else was required of her in order to be reinstated?
Spend 8 hours getting retrained, the cards, the continuing education,
What did she say?
the continuing education, the card.
Okay. So there was some sexual harassment training that was required?
Correct.
Was that required of every Deerfield Township employee?
Yes, set forth by the trustees.
Yes. And in point of fact, you made arrangements for this training to be made, or the trustees made this arrangement for the training to all township employees.
Correct.
All right. And Ms. Davis was made aware that she was required to have done that at the time that she was required to have done that, but did not do that, correct?
Correct. It was brought up at the township meeting and what the dates and times were. She never showed up.
Uh-huh. And again, in point of fact, she was told she had to do it before she came back, was she not?
Correct.
And did she are you aware she made any effort to obtain that training?
Not to my knowledge.
To this day, do you know if she's made any effort to get the mandatory training?
No, not with me.
And yet she was directed to a number of times?
Correct.
What is the penalty for, disobeying an order? It's insubordination. What is that?
Up to termination.
So right then and there, she could have been terminated.
Yep.
But again, she was not terminated at that point in time, correct?
Correct.
So then you get to February 19th of 2025, and that letter you have in front of you, why did you act at that time?
We felt that it was ample time that was given and to be on a roster. It was time to take action.
And to your knowledge, did she ever make any attempt during that period of time to contact you or Captain Allison or anyone else in the supervisory role at the Deerfield Fire Department?
No.
And so that's why it is that you wrote this letter, the 19th, February 19th?
Correct.
To your knowledge, did the trustees act upon that letter?
Yes, they did.
And what was the action that they took?
They voted to go forward with the termination.
And so that's why we're here today, because they terminated her and she appealed.
Correct.
Okay. And that's why we're all here today. So, anything else you'd like to add to what you told us thus far?
No, sir.
All right. Nothing further at this time.
Hi everyone, I'm Lindsay. I've been a member of Deerfield Fire Department for 9 years now. I want to clarify a few things. I filed my sexual harassment complaint against Brian Gellerhouse on November 20th, 2023. It's not even been 2 years since I filed that complaint. After a month of him still showing up to calls and volunteering and being at the station, I decided to quit working in December of 2023 because he was still there. I continued to not work because he still ran calls and he was still at the station. So I did not show up and I did not work duty because of that. We had a hearing scheduled for that incident. It got postponed 5 different times, not by fault of me. It was the township, Mr. Kellerhouse, his attorney, whoever. I showed up prepared and ready to go. And that hearing was postponed 5 different times. So, the letter that I received in June of 2023, I do have a copy of it. I have the postmarked envelope if you would like to see it. I did not. It was June 24th that said I had to meet with Scott Lee by 4 p.m. June 24th. I got that letter at 6 p.m. on June 24th. So it was already past the deadline to meet with him when I received that letter in my mailbox. Furthermore, at that point, I called Trustee Havens and said, hey, I just got this letter. It is past the deadline. What am I supposed to do? She advised me that she could set up a meeting with me and Scott Lee. I gave her 6 days in a row of availability and was told that he could not meet with me. So I did try to meet with him 6 days in a row. I gave availability and was told no, that I could not meet with him. So the fact that you're saying that I haven't tried anything, I haven't tried to communicate, is just a lie. Because I did. Furthermore, the letter that was sent in November, it was for December 9th, the meeting that was supposed to happen at the fire station, which I did go to, and I believe I was the only recipient of that letter that actually showed up to the meeting. So I provided all the documentation that was requested, and I did have some concerns about the original training officer that I was assigned to train with, and I expressed those concerns directly to Scott Lee. I was told that I was permitted to complete my required training with an officer of equal status and similar certifications, Mr. Ryan Allison. At that meeting, we decided that 2 5 to 10 hour shifts is what I would complete for my training. However, Brian at that meeting in December, on December 9th, told me that he had just undergone a major abdominal surgery and he was not allowed to work at the station because he had a major abdominal surgery. So I said, we can figure out a time when you are cleared to return to work, because the last thing I need is him coming to the station and doing a training shift with me and getting hurt when he's just been operated on, and then I somehow am at fault for him getting hurt when he's not supposed to be at the station. So after that, I figured that Mr. Allison or somebody would send me a message and say, hey, he's back from medical leave. When can we do your training? No communication was had from anybody at the fire department. And it came as quite a surprise when we were at the meeting in February and my termination was recommended, because there was no opportunity for me to even attempt to fix whatever they think that I did wrong. If I didn't show up and schedule training with him, okay, I didn't even have a chance. They didn't come to me and say, hey, why aren't you scheduling training? They didn't say, hey, he's off of medical leave. I probably could have texted him every week and said, are you off of medical yet? Are you off of medical yet? Instead of being a nuisance, I assumed that the leadership of that department would send me a message and say, hey, he is back from medical leave. He is ready to do your training. And again, I was not given the opportunity to correct the oversight before drastic and seemingly retaliatory actions were taken. I've been a dedicated and loyal employee. I was promoted due to my training, my knowledge, and my skills. I'm a paramedic, a level 2 firefighter, a fire safety inspector, and an AHA CPR instructor. And I live in Deerfield Township. Again, as I stated when I first stood up, I joined the department in 2016. We are 9 years later, and I have been a member since then. not hit time on. He said that's fine. It just so happened, my other job was in the fire department, he got a late call, and it was for a fire. I did not make the later training because I was at a fire with my full-time job. So, the Ohio Revised Code states that firefighters should not be penalized for being late or absent from work when responding to an emergency call prior to the time that they are supposed to report. This is paraphrased from ORC 4113.41. It goes on to further state that if an employer violates this, the employee can bring civil action for reinstatement to the employee's former position of employment, payment of back wages, and full reinstatement of fringe benefits and seniority rights in ORC 4113.41, Section E. So, I verbally, like I said, told him that I was not going to be able to be at the earlier meeting, and it just happened that we got a fire late. So, and I believe I did kind of reach out to, if I remember right, I believe I did reach out to Trustee Davis and said, hey, I missed this, I don't know how to make it up. And I told her that I was going to try to look into something online to see if there was some way that I could make up this sexual harassment training, and I did not find anything that was comparable to what they had done. To explain why I don't feel that this is an appropriate discharge of my position from the fire department, I've done everything that was asked of me to meet the requirements of the department. I've met with the other officers as directed, I provided every piece of documentation that was requested of me, and I have continually expressed both my desire and my commitment to continue serving in this role. The lack of communication, like I said, made it pretty much impossible for me to complete the training that was required of me. I want to make it clear that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to remain an active and contributing member of this department. I want to resolve any issues that will allow me to continue serving my community. It's always been my goal to continue providing the best possible care and service to the people who rely on us.
Thank you. Do the trustees have any questions of anybody?
I don't know if this is relevant, but I think we were mistaking what investigation was. The investigation, since he's already been named against Mr. Hilderhouse, was done by a female attorney. And that was someone who was hired. I think you were mixing that up with another investigation, if that's fair thing to say, because that was Leslie Kuntz who we hired to do that investigation, so.
I just remember the name.
I'm just clarifying a fact.
Like you said, I got
Not that it's pertinent, but-
because I can't hear much of anything, but you
You
did
can come
receive a
closer.
recommendation, and the recommendation was discharge, was it not?
Correct.
Yes, so he could either accept his discharge, if he was given the opportunity to resign, then he resigned.
And there was a pending hearing that he decided to resign before that happened.
Okay, and so rather than go through the hearing, he resigned.
Correct.
Okay. It's consistent with what I think we all knew, but thank you.
You're welcome.
There is one thing that I would like to add, and I guess I didn't realize what the explanation was for not going through the sexual harassment training. I was hired by the county on January 26, 2025. And that first day of employment, I was given sexual harassment training. It was online. And so every employee hired by the county at that time, along with me, got sexual harassment training the first day. And there's no reason why they couldn't have done that in this instance.
So we did not have an online class. We actually had, and maybe you can help with this, Laura, because I know you did the arrangements.
Yeah.
Someone from...
I contacted OTA, and they sent a lady. I contacted the Ohio Township Association.
Okay,
And they sent a lady that goes around to different townships and provides an in-person training.
Okay? And did she come around?
She did. She came twice in one day. She had a 1 o'clock and a 6 o'clock on the same day.
And the, I guess the appellant didn't make either.
No.
And I know we did have one session, if I can speak about that, that was recorded, because we had someone who was out on medical leave that was not able to make it. So there was a recording of the training.
Yes.
Yes.
And you could have done that as well for her.
Was that made available to her?
She's been communicating with you, not me.
I didn't make the recording, so.
Sounds
Who from
like
the
no
department
one was
made the
contacted.
recording?
Those
Done on our
arrangements.
which is now gone.
Done on an iPad, and it's now, the iPad's now gone.
It was replaced.
So there's no way you could have saved that?
Didn't even know the computer was going down. Yeah,
Okay. So,
I think that pretty much is what I believe both of us intended to present today. And so it's going to be up to the trustees to make a determination whether or not the appeal is successful, and if so, under what conditions do we proceed. So with that, I guess, leave it to you guys.
So, I mean, I guess we don't necessarily have to make a decision today, right now. We don't have to be put on the spot, if that's fair to say.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
We don't have to make a decision.
No,
at
you
this
do not.
very moment.
That's correct.
So we could take the information, consider that.
Yes.
I don't know, does anyone have any discussion, further questions? Do we want to go
I
into
have one
executive
question.
session? What do you, I don't,
I have a question
Sure.
for Scott. Derek was out on medical leave. So did he watch the video?
Yes.
Okay. But the video was not saved. It's just
It
gone.
was saved, but now
The
the
computer's
computer
gone.
is gone.
Okay.
I would think a quick session would be in order.
I don't think that would
Executive
be inappropriate to just have a quick, executive session, just so we can discuss.
You can discuss this type of issue in executive
Sure.
session if, of course, you identify the
Of
purpose
course.
of your executive session. You hold a roll call vote whether to hold some executive session.
We're pros.
You're pros. You guys know how to do it.
So who do we want to invite to executive session? Just the three of us? Attorneys, what would you like to do? Available parties?
How about
There
this
needs to be a
initially?
motion and a
With
vote on the
the
motion.
reserve that we could ask the attorney, both attorneys to come in after we meet briefly.
So I move,
You can.
I move that we go into executive session per ORC 121.22 regarding, let's see here, the termination of a public employee,
Yeah, subsection G1.
subsection G1. And we will go into executive session with just the trustees and add available parties as it is deemed necessary.
I second.
Yes?
Laura?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
Tiffany?
Yes.
And just so I'm clear on this, you want the attorneys as well, do you not?
They're gonna meet first and then.
We'll meet first and
That's
then
fine,
we'll
we'll
call
be
you
here.
in.
Okay.
The kids know. Thank you.
Lindsay, you guys have to do that harassment training in that park. You don't? Why don't they give you there? Why don't you have to do it there? It's a requirement for every township employee. Because I have to do it everywhere else too. I wonder if it crosses. The fraud training does for the state.
For me? The guy down there where we used to live, got one of those. The name of it.
Hey, Lindsay,
What year?
Lindsay, do you have Fire Rescue 1 still? It's in there.
It looks like something
Required for this.
It doesn't say which one's required, because we have Otara in Kutztown too.
When I asked them, they said that I had to do their reports, that there was some communication, and there was no other way to make it up. If I knew that I could do one fire rescue, I actually think I'd done
It was approved by Otara for Kutztown. So we had the same, well, we have a new insurance company now, so it doesn't matter.
No, don't go there. What are you doing?
Where'd you think I was going?
because I went, I was trying to go back to the trail that I went to the longest. I went to the longest, I went to the she took the longest, I just don't hear one of the things. I need to be nervous when I can come. I told my fiance, I know, I'm talking to my company.
I overslept this Sunday. I was lazy.
It looks like something he did. I'm down there, G150.
Yeah, pretty close to this weekend. It's a big project. First week of work,
Why would I decide yet? I know. Well, what I want to do is I want to get it set up. And then I'll get it done. That way I So what I just have to do is I want and still have a control on it, but
They pulled up a fancy mask.
it worked.
Oh, you got it. He got you over there.
Yeah, just keep it
Somebody would try.
in the council gets. Yeah, it gets the battery.
Is Tom here or did he leave? Did he leave?
No, he's in front of me.
Okay. Hey, Tom?
Well, that's Kendall's. Okay.
Would you join us, please?
I have a pair in my house for Kristy's. Yeah. 99% sure. They're at my house. I know it's them. Yeah, they're in full time. She has them. So I was supposed to bring them a while before years. I've been working on I don't like you because my feet.
Now, they're talking about cutting on my back.
Yeah.
And I still have not yet seen the document. This was there at some point, I'm going to actually before we got my back. And she just looked at me. Yeah. And I didn't ever go back. He was born in the summer, he spelled his name correctly.
Yeah, I'll make this phone call.
His name, his first name was Scott. What? That was what he told me. I don't care if it's English, this should be. It's still going to that way, or, you know. Yeah. I don't have a simple and fake.
I'm gonna go there.
I don't ever. How I do it.
$23 an hour.
Sure.
Depending on the time of day too.
Right.
There's a lot of factors.
We'll be there this Saturday.
Yeah. Crazy, I gotta go and see.
I talked to them today, and it's the 4th of this month, they were sending out my new card. And he got, last time I talked to the Ohio State Medicare people, they said they was gonna put in my file or whatever, that I was not gonna be switched back to care stress, and I was gonna be stuck with it. Yeah. You have to have insurance, you even have the one you want.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You're paying for it.
Why got any groups like these two, usually they look in
Yeah. Well, she lives on Watson, that's his sister-in-law. That's my sister-in-law. She lives on Watson, that's my sister-in-law. She lives right on Watson Road, that's his brother's sister-in-law. His brother's wife.
She keeps mommy in the hand. And I don't know who it is. And I won't grab it, but everybody else.
Hey, that was
Yeah. She lives right there, the third house on. Right when you turn on Watson Road.
So was that oh, great.
And then Tanya is Scott's wife. Yeah. Yeah, she lives right on Watson.
I'll have to stop right next to the last I don't grab it.
Yeah.
Buddy told me it was one of the guys working on the road.
I know it's a lot.
She does more stuff.
Speak out.
Oh, we should have cut it open.
Get over here.
I told her, I just said, now we're going up for training.
Pretty well. Well, I have their dental care taken care of for a while. But she brought her
It's got to be on camera. Because somebody showed up there.
I had to go.
Chest pains.
Oh, my goodness.
That's why there's cameras there. Monitor.
Became a lot.
We're just gonna go small and large.
Still don't know how many.
She goes and then we just gonna buy a bunch of them. Small and I was thinking maybe the Dollar General.
What do they have? A range.
Oh, they don't have large?
Yeah, medium, large, and extra large.
We just go buy some more check, you know. Well, seriously, I
What's that?
But that's what they want.
Yeah, you have Don't worry, I can do it 100 times.
That's what they're wanting. Well, that's socks. And especially because they feel that's getting they just had a job. It's getting worse than what they call it. It's not right. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. Sweat pants.
Yeah, I just filled up time. I'm going to Japan with my daughters. In October, so I need to build up my time.
We're going to stay in executive session. You don't look like Scott.
Not that looking.
No comment. All good? Okay. So we are now exiting executive session and back on the record. Are we good, Tracy?
Yes.
All right. So during executive session, we did discuss some information that was new to us and did ask for some proof of documentation of some of the things that were brought up. I don't know if I should be listing those or not. Am I listing those? I guess so.
We probably should, so
Listing those?
only a few.
Yes. So we did want it, the old saying, trust but verify, just documentation or proof of the letter that was postdated June 24th, and also proof of the dispatch to the fire, which I believe was on December 18th, 2024 during our sexual harassment training, which if you're putting out a fire, that seems like a pretty good excuse to miss something. So trust but verify, we're just asking for that documentation. Do we have a deadline of when we need the documentation?
I believe we discussed 12/21 or 12/31.
So, and we can maybe ask Ms. Davis's attorney, deadline for, when can we get the information that we're requesting? Do you have an idea how long that may take?
The postdated letter we can provide today.
Okay.
Dispatch evidence is 2 weeks acceptable to provide that.
I mean, yeah, I have the active on my phone still, it shows that we were dispatched at 4:08 for a fire that day. I mean, I don't know if that's.
We also asked for verification that you were indeed at the fire, above and beyond the active 911 call out.
I can have you guys up there. I mean, there's other than me responding on active 911, there's no real, way to prove that without somebody else verifying.
I think a letter from your chief would be more than suffice.
So if we could have 2 weeks
2 weeks.
for that.
Okay. So that was what was discussed. And then, any discussion or any further questions, concerns before, I'd like to make a motion, but I'll open it up to any discussion first.
Did we go over everything that we were requiring?
Well, I think that would probably have to be in the motion, right? I would imagine so.
You're correct.
List all the requirements in the motion.
So it would be my intent and my motion that we return Lindsay Davis to the Deerfield Fire Department. It is my recommendation and my motion that we return her to her captain status with a 1-year probationary period for that. It is my motion as well that she complete sexual harassment training required of all of our employees, and by the end of the year. We do have another training that will have to happen by the end of this year for all new employees, but sooner is better. Another part of my motion is that she complete 8 hours of remedial firefighter paramedic training with a member of the department who is of equal or higher experience in training, and of Chief Dean's choice, as long as it was someone who was of equal or higher training than her. And then she would have to produce copies of documentation demonstrating certification of ACLS and BLS for training, produce up-to-date Ohio firefighter and paramedic card, and produce documentation which demonstrates her current cycle of continuing education. So all continuing education documents. And we would do that within, well, I guess I need a time frame.
For the documentation?
For all of these things, the training, the documentation, aside from the sexual harassment training, we would give till the end of the year, till December 31st,
That's for the sexual
2024.
harassment training.
And the other training would be completed by,
2025.
what's reasonable?
30 days?
I think it's gonna depend on my schedule. Everything, the documentation, I could have within an hour. The training is gonna be the day.
Okay. Chief Dean, can you give us an idea of how long that would be reasonable to get the training done? The 8 hours of remedial training?
I would think 3 weeks would be plenty.
3 weeks? So why don't we do 30 days?
30 days.
Give a little wiggle room within 30 days. That is my motion.
I think you need to give her longer than that because I'll be off in 2 weeks and I will be probably one of the ones that will be able to do it.
Is there someone else who could possibly do that in your absence, or?
That's not gonna work out, I can tell you that right now.
Equal training.
Derek?
Can Derek do it?
There's not there.
Okay.
Okay. Then we have to move
That's why I
to
say,
60 days.
If you give us some more time, I have surgery next week, and I'll be on my duty again, so you're just gonna have to give her just a little more time. I think we can get that.
Would 60 days be reasonable?
Yes.
Okay, so I will say all of those provisions would be made within 60 days, with the exception of the sexual harassment being due by December 31st, 2025.
Does our new insurance company require the same training, sexual harassment training? Because we have it in our fire rescue 1 training program we have.
We should speak about that. There's different ways we can do that. We have to come up with a way for everyone to get that every year. So we can discuss that at a later date.
I think you guys have accepted it.
Correct, yeah. But if you have suggestions, we can discuss that at a later
Well,
date.
we just use the one that's in the fire rescue 1 training academy that we all are members of.
So last year we used the OTA. We can certainly evaluate
I'm
that.
just talking about other places. So when I go to do my sexual harassment training, I log onto the computer, I can watch it anywhere I'm at, and it shows the certification through our training.
That's perfectly acceptable.
Yep.
But that's something above and beyond this meeting right now.
We're in the middle of a
What we're dealing
motion.
with. We're in the middle of a
That's
motion, so.
separate.
Okay, Tiffany made the motion.
I will second that motion.
I will vote yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
Tiffany?
Yes. If there's any delays with any of the training, please make the trustees aware if there's any kind of complication to getting further training. Let us know.
Yes.
Thank you. So moving on, do we have any public commentary today?
There are 2. Denise Adams is first, Bill Hood is second.
The board recognizes Denise.
Okay, I have 2 points to bring up. I'll try to be quick because I know I got limited time. Candidates night, the Civic Association will be holding a candidates night at their next business meeting, which is on the 24th at 6 o'clock.
September 24th.
This is for any candidate that the Deerfield Township residents will be voting on the ballot and levies. Each person will have 5 minutes max to speak, and they set out printed materials. We'll have a table for that. It's not a political rally. This is a meet and greet, introduction type affair, and we will be quiet and polite to each other. So I just wanted to make that known. After that, can we put that on the sign?
Absolutely.
And the other thing was, for the sign was apple peel days.
Absolutely.
And apple bottom festival.
Yep, notification for the public, absolutely.
I'm done.
That's how I feel anyway.
Okay. Hold on.
And I made that under 5 minutes.
Go ahead, Bill.
Well, there were quite a few people that were dissatisfied with taking the thank yous off of our sign. And the trustees voted that they take the thank yous down for the businesses and such. So I took it on myself to donate the first several packs of thank you cards. To me personally, it means more receiving a card in the mail, you know, signed, sealed, delivered, saying, hey, we appreciate what you did for our township, rather than having it digitally on a sign anyway. You know, I'd rather receive this in the mail or in person saying, hey, Bill, thanks for what you donated. We appreciate it. Rather than, you know, publicly being displayed. I'm not trying to, you know, display that for my business purposes or anything. So, Ed and Laura.
Thank you.
They can hand those out as they please.
All right, okay, there's no one else.
All right, so we will move on to department updates and road department. And Stan, you have a report from Mr. Studer.
Yeah, quite a few items on here. Number one, our international dump truck, that's the big one that we do a lot of snow plowing with. There's a check engine light on. I'd like to take it to a garage and get that check engine light checked, see what it is. It's something electrical we feel, and we don't want to do that. I'd like to take it to Clark's Garage in Lake Milton, if that's okay with you guys.
Clark's in Lake Milton?
Yeah, they've done other work for us, charging air conditioners and other work on the trucks and everything.
Do we want to agree on a potential price to get it repaired? Do we up to electrical? Do you have an idea what something like that may cost, if it's what you think it is?
About up to $1,000.
Okay, and hopefully it's less.
I don't think it will be, but,
Okay,
all right, so that is my motion for that.
I'll second.
I vote yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
Tiffany?
Yes.
All right, just this afternoon, we had a sidewall split out of a tire. One of our Steiner tractors, one of the 430s, we need to replace that tire. It's about $200, so we don't need a motion for that, if you guys are still okay with that.
Of course.
There's still patching roads this week, holes, miscellaneous areas. Continue roadside mowing starting next week until we get all finished. Last meeting, they brought up that we needed a new jack on an equipment trailer. That has been purchased and installed, so we're good to go there.
Can I stop you there?
Yep.
Last meeting, we also spoke about that trailer was in bad shape and we were gonna get some trailer quotes.
Yep. We did get some quotes. Quotes we're getting around $9,000. Tim would like to wait till spring because we got the new jack on. Right now, everything is working. We hate to buy a new trailer
Right.
this late in the year. We don't use it much in the winter. We'd like to maybe get a spring seal or something. This trailer will get us figured down, and the value's not going to change much up or down on
Can
it.
you educate me on exactly the specs of the trailer that we'll need? Length, double axle?
I can, but not right offhand. It has to be double axle trailer. It has to be heavy enough to haul our excavator, because this is predominantly our excavator trailer.
Can you bring specs to the next
Yeah.
meeting? That way we can keep an eye out, try to find a better deal.
Yep. We're figuring we could sell ours for probably $2,500 to $3,000, so we'd be out of pocket somewhere in the area of $6,000. So,
And used would be okay as long as it's in good condition.
yep. I think the chip and seal Melway's planning on doing our chip and seal mid to late next week is the last word I got from them. That's not in stone, but written in stone, but they're pretty good when they say it'll be here, so that'll be done before the next meeting. That's really all I have on the road department. No, I do have one more thing. We just, last meeting, we agreed to put new tires on the F-250 truck that you guys drive around. We purchased that truck about a year ago, knowing that the tires were gonna have to be replaced. One of them did blow out, so we replaced that one, and then we replaced the other three. I would like to take that to an alignment shop or garage, whatever you want to call it, and have that front end checked out, and that truck and an alignment done, since we just spent quite a lot of money on new tires for it. I'm going to guess that's going to be $250. So that'd be my motion, that we take the F-250 truck to a qualified truck alignment shop for an alignment and front end inspection.
I'll second that.
I'll vote yes.
Yeah,
Laura?
Yes.
Ed?
yes,
Tiffany?
Yes.
and that is all I have.
And I have one thing to add, it does have to do with roads, it's just state routes, and I forgot to bring this up when we did the correspondence. I received an email from Rebecca from ODOT, and she said that we are going to get our LED stop signs for the Deerfield Circle.
Good.
And let me just go up here and see what she said here. Okay, funding was awarded for the LED stop signs. You know, they had to do another study after they put the large stop signs up last year. They did a study and they found out they didn't work. Anyhow, now we get the LEDs. Funding was awarded for the LED stop signs. We're currently waiting for federal authorization to encumber the money. I would expect these signs to be installed in October, possibly late September. Timeline largely depends on how long it takes for a vendor to supply signs. So that's from ODOT Region 4. So we will get our LED flashing stop signs at the circle. So
Be another reason why we can't believe someone drove right through it. But
that's right.
That's right. Maybe it'll stop one. That would be
Okay.
great. Okay. Anything else for road department?
Not for me.
I have something that's half road department, half fire department. And it's more of a question than an issue, but when roads are being shut down for construction and things, is ODOT or whoever's responsible notifying the fire department? Because I know that was a question that was brought up before. How do we make sure that the fire department gets that information so they can make detours appropriately?
We always used to get it until the guy that was in charge of the district retired. The new guy does not seem to provide it willingly. So I guess we'd have to reach out to ODOT
And
ourselves.
First County.
Yeah, we do have contact to them. I can reach out to them and tell them we have to have that. And if not, go above and beyond him, I guess.
I mean, I can't believe that when they're doing that, it's not some kind of a courtesy notification,
It's
because
supposed to be.
God forbid you're en route to a fire and there's a detour that you're not aware of. I mean, that causes
It happened
time.
at 224 when they shut down. From home, we had no clue.
No clue.
They shut down.
So maybe something we all need to look into and see how we can get better communication going there. Do you have any suggestions, Todd, about how other departments are?
I don't know.
Okay.
When I was in Maryland, they would call and they would email the chief and let them know. So.
ODOT is supposed to email the fire department of any road closures. The county does. Did you recently get one from the county?
I don't know.
Well, who are they contacting? We need to figure
We
out.
were-
The fire chief, the fire at the fire department, that's so they know that the trucks are going to be hindered going somewhere because of construction.
No, but it should be Scott and Derek.
Right. But maybe their information needs updated? I don't know. We need to, because I know that was a concern. That's the only other thing I had for the road department. We can move on to the, I guess, buildings and grounds and start with the cemetery.
All right, cemeteries. They've had one cremation burial and they have one full burial scheduled right now. We know for sure there's going to be another one, recent death today, and probably one more after that. So that's pretty much. Any of the graves that have been settled or new ones, they took the SS clay off the top, put topsoil on top of it. They're seeded and ready to for the grass and everything. Just like to make a note that United Earthworks, Gary Smith donated the topsoil for the graves and additional topsoil as we needed for other graves and everything. Through his company, United Earthworks, he told Tim, just come and get what you need, for the cemetery. So that was nice of him to do that.
Yes, it was.
Mowing continues, weed eating continues. We did get behind in weed eating, but it was because of roadside mowing, getting ready for the chip and seal. We have to be ready for that when it comes. So the weeds did get high, but that has since been taken care of. At the building, at Deerfield, we spent quite a lot of money redoing that white building over there. We have a building at Mottown Cemetery and at Hartson Cemetery. We're asking for about $400 more for lumber and paint to work on those two buildings. And we feel neither one of those is as extensive as Deerfield, but we do need additional money to get some boards replaced and painting as we need it done. So thank you, $400 will get that.
I want to make a motion that we allow $400 for the repairs of those two buildings.
Second.
Do we have any leftover paint from the other
We
projects?
do have some,
We just have to get
but
some
not enough.
additional.
We have to get some
Sure.
additional paint, yes.
I'll vote yes.
Laura?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
Tiffany?
Yes.
That's really about all I have right here. Oh, it's called the shoreline power cord from Medic 14 to the front station when the new truck arrives. So we're gonna need some electrical components and work and stuff that. Yeah. We normally go to Lowe's, it'll be under a $500 limit, so if you guys are okay to get that, and bring it up to the next meeting, what we spend on electrical and stuff.
Good too.
It'll be less than $500.
Can you, I don't know, what is the shoreline? I don't know.
So you gotta plug our ambulance in and the fire truck and everything, keep all the stuff that's on board now,
Okay.
like our light bags and something and all that stuff.
Yeah, we need some additional stuff for electrical. At the chapel, there's a couple of plugs of that. We need to get that. We need to get maybe a couple more lights and stuff. That's why I was asking for, if it's okay, it'll be under the $500. So if you guys are okay with that, we'll just get it.
As long as whoever does it is insured and legit, then.
This is a replacement, so Tim's going to do it.
Oh, Tim's gonna do it.
This is
Perfect.
just,
Well, he
this
is
is
insured,
just,
so that'll work.
this is just replacement stuff. It's not adding new or anything like that. This
Yep.
is just replacement and repair.
For the Medic 14, when did you get that?
When? Tim sent it to me. He told me that they had to do it. When? And I
I
don't
was just
know.
wondering, because we're still trying to figure out if that's where it's gonna go, because I don't know if it's gonna fit.
Apparently that's Tim's understanding. If that doesn't happen, we'll do whatever, so.
Just make sure everybody's on board before we do the install, so we don't have to do it twice.
No, we won't be done until we were talking about it last week, so we'll find out something.
If it's less than $500, that's
I
fine.
mean, if the squad might actually stay where it's at, we might put some stuff up there or something.
Okay.
Just one of them.
Okay, and I guess this is buildings and grounds. There was a lady.
Can I stop you for a second?
Sure,
Sorry.
absolutely.
The cemetery, what are we doing about the tombstones that need to be moved? Do we have any update? Has the family been notified, or what are we doing?
I do not know an update on that.
Okay, we need to get in touch with our sexton and ask about
We'll
that.
find out for the next meeting. I do not know where we're at on that.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt. Go ahead.
There was a lady that called to rent our town hall. She wants to do a potluck dinner here. Remember the date, Tracy? October something. She talked to Tracy. Anyway, she has rented the town hall. She wants to do a public potluck dinner here. She called me today because I said, I gotta have information to this. She's going to provide some type of food and everything, maybe some desserts, maybe some refreshments, beverages. She was going to reach out to the rest of the community via flyers, social media, inviting anyone in the community to come, just to introduce each other to everybody, I guess. I've never had this happen before. And,
Do you know who it was?
I don't know the lady personally, no. Do you remember the name, Tracy?
Not right, Olivia.
Olivia something.
Olivia something, because she rented it, so.
She rented it. She lives in Deerfield, lives down in Bear Hollow. I've never met the lady before, still haven't, but she called me on the phone and asked if she could do this, which I see no reason she can't do it. She's running the town hall. And when the community is invited, she's going to ask anyone that comes to possibly bring a dish to share and everything. And it's just a social event to get to know people you don't know, is what she said. She's hoping it works out.
And what's the date?
October
I think it's
11th.
October 11th.
And she also asked if this is something that we would be willing to put on the sign.
Sure.
That's fine.
If everybody's invited, sure, that's great.
All right, I'll let her know. That's all I have.
And on cemeteries, we were supposed to get fence quotes
Yes.
for Hartsel.
Correct.
I have the quotes. Here's a copy.
have a quote as well from
Okay.
Williams Fencing. Did you have the quote from Bill with you? Ed?
I do not have it with me, it's in my other. It was $3,150, I think.
There's a copy for her.
Oh, okay.
Is both the same?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
did I make copies?
Yeah, it should be for Weekland. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Discussion, comments? What do we want to do? I did speak with Attorney McCarty about this, and he said, once we established a quote of what it would cost, he would draft a letter to the
Property owner down there,
the property
parcel?
owner who allegedly took down the fence.
All right.
And they would also address the ATVs on the cemetery and the boat on the cemetery lot as well.
Were there any other boats besides Beals and Weeklands?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, we have one too,
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay.
I thought I made copies of it. I don't know what I did with them. Too much stuff. They're probably still in copies.
There's nothing in there when I made
I
copies.
swear I made copies, someone took them.
Yeah, I don't need copies of this other stuff.
I can make copies, that's not a big deal. So we have a quote from Beal for, you said $3,150?
$3,150.
And they've done work for us before, and they do a really nice job. Wheatland fencing for $2,520, and these are all for 120 feet, 4-foot galvanized chain link. That's what, that was what I understood was,
Yeah, that's
what
what,
was
that's what.
just a
that's
basic
what Bill
residential
quoted,
fence. Yeah, and then with Williams fencing, they quoted tax, so I took that off, $2286.62, and that was all itemized with their certification of liability insurance. They've done work for me before, super nice people, did a great job. But besides that, I have no affiliation with them. They put up 2 fences for me, and I was very impressed with, they were easy to work with and also did a great job.
They're all 120 feet, a 4-foot high, chain link fence, so.
Yep.
You guys have a recommendation?
We can go with the lowest or go with the one in Deerfield, either way, because supposedly we shouldn't be paying for it, we should be asking the homeowner to pay for it, but there may be some delays with that too. We don't
Maybe
know.
delays there, and if it's the same amount of work and same amount of material is being done, I would have to say that we should go with the lowest bid. They're all qualified. I would hate to, at a public meeting, say we had one that was several $100s cheaper, we decided to go with that and try to get them to pay for it. Only saying, I would like to use that, but,
We want to stay competitive
in
as
all
well.
fairness, we asked for competitive bids, and they're all equal bids, so.
Is that a motion?
I'll make a motion, what is this? Williams Fence Company, I'll make a motion that we provide this number, not that we hire them at this time. Are we gonna hire him, or are we gonna put this to the prosecutor first and let him
So
do his thing? How do we wanna do
that's
that?
up to us. I mean, we can have the fence put up and then ask them to pay for it and give them a notification of what's going on, or we can wait until we notify
But we have to
them.
make sure we have the money to pay that. If we're gonna have him do it, we're gonna have to pay it. I don't know that we have the money.
$2,286.
Come out of the cemetery fund, that's probably not in there.
No.
So maybe we wait until we get some kind of
Approval from them,
response.
yeah.
That would be my recommendation.
That works for me. I'll second that.
I vote yes.
Yes.
Okay, Laura?
Yes.
Ed?
Yes.
Tiffany?
Yes.
You gonna let them know about that?
Yeah, I'll let them know. And I believe they said they were just a couple weeks out, so as soon as we can give them a better time, I'll let them know.
Can I have that so I can copy of whichever one we're going with?
Made copies of it, I just don't know where they are, yes. Okay. Buildings and grounds still, where are we?
I think we're done.
Tree work. Ray Lynn, do we have any updates if that all got completed as?
Cemetery work's all done.
He gave it the big tree down at Deerfield Cemetery that he did not take down, it was not in his original quote. He cut a lot of dead limbs off of it. It does need to come down, the tree is dead. It's a big, huge tree, he's got to have a lift in there. You can't drop it because of surrounding headstones and everything. He quoted $700 to take that tree down and remove the wood. That's not including grinding the stump, that is take the tree down ground level and remove the wood.
Well, if it is a safety issue?
At this point in time, it's not, but it will be.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I-
And we're worried about the money in the cemetery.
Yeah, I would say let's reevaluate our finances here. At this point in time, we cut the dead wood out of it and everything, so we're good now. But it's going to become a safety issue in the future.
And where is that tree? That's at Hartsel?
Deerfield.
Oh, Deerfield here.
Deerfield.
Gotcha. As long as it's not a safety issue by the spring, we may need more trees trimmed
Yes,
anyway,
that's
so.
kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Do we have any updates on the building permit for the addition? I know, last meeting you mentioned you would email and copy us on it. I
Yeah,
haven't
I
seen
talked to
anything
the
on
architect,
it.
he says he can, or he can have the people to do his engineering studies can prepare that. He was supposed to give me a price, but I have not gotten a price to do that yet, so I'll bring that, I'll have that for the next meeting.
And everyone may have noticed we're missing something in the circle.
Yep, gazebo has been taken down, insurance company has been notified. I have to forward a couple pictures of them, I have some, what was there while it was taken down, now it's gone. He already indicated he's going to send us a check and everything to cover that he agreed to pay for before, even prior to receiving the pictures I have. He's got to forward the check to the township.
Okay.
He closed out monument claim, the stone was put in there. He closed that claim out. He sent a check for everything we spent on that, minus $250 for deductible, which had never got taken out for the fence work or anything. So we're all done with that, that claim has been closed.
Okay. And I remember we spoke last meeting about having the prosecutor draft a letter about getting the food print money back.
Yeah, I talked to him, but I have not sent him an email yet, and I have tried calling the architect a couple more times with no answer. So I will forward an email to the prosecutor with the information of who he needs to proceed with that.
Can you copy us on that?
Yes.
That'd be great.
Yep.
I believe that's all I have for buildings and grounds. Anything else?
No.
Going once, going twice. Okay, fire department. Take it away.
For the month of September, we had 17 EMS calls, 16 fire-related calls. We have 264 total for the year as of right now. Medic 14 needs to go to K&D for a back blower motor, so that keep the patient cool. It's pretty warm back there now. And we need a new radio, mobile radio for our engine that's coming. We have a quote is $2957.64. We have a quote, which I don't know if I can read that.
No. That's for the fire truck that we've just purchased.
Yes.
Is that one of the additions that they were willing to do, or we have to do that
No,
separately?
that's on us.
Okay,
Their PAs, a lot of them, for all the radios.
gotcha. No, I'm sure
No,
that's
fine.
true.
Yeah, no, I don't even think they run the 800 system, so I'm not sure.
So where would you like to get that done? And do we, well, maybe we should give an update on the truck first.
So I know the check was sent, and I've been in contact with Matt, so as soon as he gets it, he'll let me know, we'll go from there.
Okay, so do we need to move on that now, or you're just letting us know?
Let you know.
Okay,
Yeah, there's no reason to move on until we get it.
gotcha.
That's
Once it gets
installed,
here.
operational, and everything.
Yeah. Once it gets here, it's gonna take a while getting the service. We got a letter and put everything on it, so get it looked at. You gotta have the, quote here, like, I think that's all I have for fire department.
Update on the truck?
Yeah, so the check was mailed out Friday, I believe, Tracy. And yeah, as soon as they get it, Matt's gonna get in touch with me. We'll set up a date where I can go up and grab it and bring it home.
Okay. Last couple meetings, when we hired people, I asked for resumes. We never got copies, we never got to see their applications.
Oh, okay.
Can you?
I'll let Scott know.
Okay. And then, also just wanted to ask, I know we were tabling this for a little bit, any updates on the dry hydrants?
That's the one.
I leave it on my agenda until we play, so I don't forget.
So I got a verbal quote from Acton Safety Link. The signs that would mimic what is in the other townships around us are $20 a piece for the sign. We would need one for each side, obviously, so you can see it from each direction. And then a post, which would just be like the green fence post. So that post is not included in their price of $20. We would have to get that ourselves and install them as well. The situation, though, in my mind is, what are the legalities for these homeowners that have our dry hydrants on their property? Is it we go and knock on the door and say we would like to put a sign out here by the road, and do we have certain how many foot off the road we have to be, so on and so forth, because I don't know that.
Okay.
And I'm not sure what it is.
Right?
So, is it the county road and bridge department? Is it ODOT that I would have to contact? Is it our own?
It would depend on what
It
road it was
depends
on.
on
If
what
it's a
road.
state route, it would have to be ODOT, a county road, would be Portage County, and ours, we can make that decision.
So like
on the township.
Pewtown, let's just say there's one on Pewtown right there across from the storage building.
I mean, I would say it's a courtesy, it might be nice to notify the homeowner and say this is a dry hydrant, we want to mark it for safety. I mean, I didn't realize they were going on a post, I thought they went right on the hydrant.
No, they don't want to post up.
On a post out by their driveway where they know
So
where to
that
put
when
it.
somebody's coming down the road, they can clearly see that it's there, because some of them are 20, 30 foot off the road.
Okay.
For the township, I would think in line with any of the other street signs that we have there, providing the homeowner's okay with that. You have to see how close they're gonna want it to their driveway.
Okay.
You know, if they take equipment in and out of their driveway, maybe it would be a deciding factor to keep it further away or whatever, but I would say in line with any of our other posts that we put in there for speed limit signs, children that play signs, whatever, I would think that'd be appropriate.
Okay, so there's never been any real written agreement with these homeowners between the township or the fire department and the homeowners for putting these dry hydrants in?
Past experience, they called us up and said, hey, we have water available, do you guys want to put a dry hydrant in? And we put a dry hydrant in, honestly, that was the agreement.
Okay, I just don't want to cross anything or have.
Well, while we're on the subject, maybe we should ask our legal department to draft a very basic agreement letter for the dry hydrant, so that we have right to access their property.
Right.
You know, if they put it in and, you know.
Sure.
I think it should just be a very basic agreement that everyone has a dry hydrant. It should be on the same conditions and terms and everything.
Right.
Doesn't have to be a long, drawn-out document, just something, so that everybody's on the same page.
And you may be able to coordinate with Tim and see, I'm sure he's our road supervisor, he may have contacts who to get the okay with. We might even have some signs or some posts laying around.
Oh,
Right.
we have posts. We have all the posts we need.
Yeah, so I mean, exactly.
$20, I say do it, but we'll just have to
So
figure
it
out the
would be 40,
legalities.
it would be 40 per sign, because it's 20 for each side.
And I think we have 4 active hydrants in our area.
Okay.
14, Pewtown, Yale, and
Bond Road.
Bond.
Road.
So I would say that's a very negligent amount, we wouldn't need to vote on doing that, you would just do it, just maybe coordinate with Tim about where to put the, who to contact, if it's a state or county, and then also we can have Mr. McCarty do a letter to those homeowners. Do you have a list of who they are or the addresses? I only know one, because I thought it was a real one right down the street.
With me.
Yeah, she has it.
Okay.
We'll don't look at me, that's even.
Can you get me just even the address or the parcel or something, and that way we know who to send them to?
Yep,
Okay.
Once we get the agreement and stuff, we can install the post too. We have a post pounder.
okay.
We can put the posts in wherever they need to be and everything. That way you guys don't have to do that, it's just a matter of putting the top on
Right, the bolts.
it. Yeah.
That's all I have for fire department.
I have some questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, for the fire department. Chief Garvin gave me the list of all the townships helping out at the football games. And Deerfield was scheduled to work August 29th and also September 5th. And he had to find replacements because no one came up to work the game. Are there any games that anyone would like to work?
So here's your problem, is you need a paramedic or an EMT or both.
I understand that.
So we didn't have that. If I have somebody on shift, I'm not taking them out of the township to go to a football game. Because once you're there, you're there. You can't leave.
Because I went to the first game, and Chief Garvin was there, and also Chief Ballman from Lindberg was there with their crew.
Okay?
So it would be nice to see our township at our school's games.
We would absolutely like to, Laura. The situation is we cannot leave our fire station unmanned with a crew to service our community while we go up there full shift at the football game and leave us open here.
Well, there's
We can't get
two
out.
squads up there, one's primary, one's secondary. And when I was up there, Edinburgh had a call and they left. There
They were
was,
secondary.
Yeah.
We know how it goes. We've
Yeah.
done it for years, but I still can't.
But I would agree, I would sure hate to send our available crew up to work a football game and then have something happen here, and we're 8 miles away, 10 miles away, for really.
Both dates on it. Who wants to go?
so you need an EMT or higher
There's the driver.
and an EMR.
Yes.
So I
Okay?
had 3 MRs, not EMRs.
Okay. So our chief want to take a squad up and grab an EMR
So
with him?
that's, so, by putting me on the spot, listen, I signed up to go, but I can't, I'm an EMR, so that's a question you have to bring to him.
Well, I was hoping he would be here.
I understand, so I can't speak for him, but there was 3 or 4 of us that were willing to go, and we needed somebody else to go with.
So you need an EMT or higher to go? Okay.
So I understand we didn't do the 2 that we were signed up for. Maybe we could put it out with the department, see if anybody's interested in maybe doing one where another board department covers for
3 more
us.
games, September 12th, October 3rd, and October 24th.
Okay, I mean, all I can do is put it out, I can't make any guarantees. but-
Especially,
Actually, you're on for the 24th.
Well, there you go. Okay.
especially with the
With
levy, it's
parents.
always good to get that public presence out if possible.
Right.
I understand that we have to have someone here, but gosh, it's such a big opportunity to have some public presence.
Yeah, like I said, though, we would have gone, absolutely, but technically, we cannot go by ourselves. You have to have someone that's hired.
And I understand that. You need to
We gotta
have
up the
an
ante, any
at
EMT or
least.
higher who goes gets a free Deerfield t-shirt or something, I don't know, what does it take
Yeah,
to get somebody to do
I
that?
mean, all departments are struggling with staffing.
Everybody.
All are. Their chiefs took the squads up.
Yeah, everybody is. And that's another thing, so if there were a situation where we went and needed the assistance of one of the others, and they had a higher trained individual that was there that had to go with us, that would be fine. But, you know, they're usually running with just 2 people as well.
Right.
It's tough to
We could offer 2 EMRs if they had an extra
to
EMT,
join forces.
Or higher.
Right, exactly.
if I'm understanding that correctly, yeah.
You're right, yes. And then to top that all off, to leave our station unmanned to go up there to do that, we feel that it would sit illy with the township people.
Well, we don't want to leave your station unmanned, but it would sure be nice to see our township represented at our high school game.
No, and I'm not arguing that fact.
At your next meeting, can we maybe
I'll take
make
care
that
of
request and see if we can get any volunteers to maybe go since the other squads?
That would be this Thursday.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, all we can do is ask, but
Right.
we're definitely asking.
Right, no, I agree.
And this is probably an unfair question for you too, but I'm gonna ask it anyway because you're sitting in the hot seat.
Is your chair getting warm?
Defer everything.
District survey. Have we did a small section of it and forwarded that. Have we gotten it? Because I remember the request was 2 months. It would take about 2
And
months.
2 months
We're
is
there. Do you have any updates on that?
No, I'm English.
I'm sorry?
No, I'm English.
Right.
I don't know, I can find out, I will ask, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll ask when I talk to Scott.
And maybe on the schedule that I gave you, okay, if there's another weekend that people would be available, maybe you could give reprieve to the other townships that signed up and had to do double duty because they were covering. And just to let you know, Chief Garvin would like to know by Wednesday if someone's gonna come, so that he's able to find a
Is Mark's
replacement.
email on there?
It should be on there, I think so, yeah. Like, that would be better than like Thursday night, late, we can't find anybody, and the game is the next day.
Right.
So. And they all look like they were having a good time there.
Oh, my son used to play football.
Yes, they were all having a good time, so.
I get it.
Okay, that's all I have.
You guys have a meeting on Thursday?
Yes.
Can you just maybe carry on that the trustees were asking about the survey status and let me know, or let us know?
Absolutely.
Thank you, appreciate
Thank you
that.
so much, appreciate it.
And I have one more thing about the fire department. I reached out to the Portage County Sheriff's Office because they also offer dispatch service, just that way we have all the facts and information. I did copy Chief Dean on this, I gave him a copy. I asked them for, because we're using Ravenna and our dispatch contract ends at the end of the year. So I did ask for information about services, prices, just so we're making the best informed decision. I did get a letter giving us some prices and estimates and things like that. And also, I invited a representative to come to our October meeting if they wanted to give us a spiel somewhat like Jolene did for Ravenna. And they said that, you know, they would be happy to oblige that. So would you all be open to having them come and speak in October?
Certainly.
And then I would say that by November, we need to make a decision. Would that sound like a fair thing to say? So, yeah.
Because we're covered till the end of the year, so.
Right, but I just figure, let's get all the quotes and all of the information. It's a really nice facility and they're doing a lot of things, so we'll just do a little compare and contrast. But that's all I have for the fire department. Anything else?
No.
Going on, okay. Old business, I have the quote for the fire department, that's all I have. Any other old business that we need to bring up?
Well, I have this is old business, but yet it's new business. Our town auditor, they're asking us to start figuring out ways how to cut budgets and stuff like that. So I went through and I found once a year, we still, I don't know if you two know, but Ed knows, the township's still paying for the town hall. We pay once a year in December, we pay $15,745. If we rent this town hall out every Saturday and Sunday for a year at $150, only $150, we're only getting $1,400. So we're, $1,400, well, $14,000. But we're slacking. We're really losing money because we're also paying electric bills, we're also paying for somebody to clean it,
And
trash
electric is gone way up.
Yes, and trash cans, and this comes out of our general fund. So these rentals that we have, we discussed in January that we were going to do 150 for residents, not 50. So I have a contract here and a couple other ones that we're renting it for $50, and somebody called me today for one of the spots, and I don't think that we should rent it for next year in 2026 for $50.
Did we decide to move the regular from $50 to $150?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was.
Because I have yours right here for 50 people. You have it for 4 days.
Oh, yeah, we can do 150.
Yeah, I've got your new ones right there.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Okay.
That's for residents.
Yes.
Yes. So, and I think that we really need to take a look at it. I mean, I understand with the schools and everything, but we cannot let this go for $50. I mean, we should at least charge them what we're charging our residents to rent this. I mean, we're paying a lot of money with Damon Chemical with our trash, bags and trash service and stuff like that. We just can't do that.
So let me ask you, are we consistently renting? Do we have openings that aren't being utilized?
Yeah, we have openings still. I mean, October, I think, let's see, September we've rented it, which we pay for it, the Civics for the Apple Butter Festival. We pay Friday and Saturday. This year we'll be paying Friday, Saturday, plus Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we make sure, I understand for like historical and cemetery and civics, yes. Well, no, I understand that we still, because they contribute to the, to the township. But I'm saying like other
Those are
like
like
schools,
residents,
like we have
baby
Waterloo Vikings coming here, renting our town hall for $50 when their own town hall sits down there and their trustees rent it for $100. I went and I did some checking. So I don't think
it's fair to rent it to an out-of-town group like that for $50, but yet anybody sitting right here has to pay $150. And we pay taxes for it. I don't like that. I've never liked that.
I mean, I sat down with the auditor and it's in the minutes. So when it's in the minutes and you guys went and made the motion, unless you guys say otherwise and make another motion, they have to rent it for $150 because.
Minimum.
Yeah, minimum.
Well, the prices of everything are going up.
Yeah, we're paying $700 for general, just for our electric. That means the old town hall, that means our sign, our circle. The fire department pays for their stuff, the road department pays for theirs, but out of our general fund, we're paying like $700 for our electric bill.
We're losing
And that's
money.
just right now, yeah.
Well, I don't think we can change the prices mid-year, but we definitely need to look at that for the
Well, in
organization.
January.
Well, it's not changing. It's just enforcing the 150.
It's only a week ago that the people from Atwater wanted to rent it, and it was given to them for $50. I think.
Well, that's because that's what they did last year, so she just went ahead with that contract, but.
I think we need to call them
I
and tell them
honestly
we're
forgot
sorry,
we raised
but
it for residents.
there was a
so-
motion made. That's my opinion.
What's that?
My opinion is we should call the Atwater down there and tell them, hey, that was erroneously
That was a
rented to you
mistake.
for $50.
I believe you, I just forgot.
I mean,
we just
we
had a
can't
shower,
cost our
I just
township money
rented
to let
this out for a
somebody else.
shower, and the lady was from Warren, the family was from Deerfield, and she said, no, I'm paying the $400, I'm renting it for because I'm not ghosting. I thought that was nice of her.
So it sounds like an issue of we're not charging enough, and also we're not filling all the dates. I mean, if we were filling all the dates, then it would be, let's raise the price, because everyone's renting it. How do we increase our rentals?
Well, we'll have to discuss that next meeting.
Maybe get the word out.
Yeah,
and
because I just started looking into it when I went and the person wanted to rent it for 2026, and I looked on the calendars, and that's when I started finding it, because I went and got the new calendar for so that's when I started checking into stuff, that we just can't rent it, no matter who they are.
No, that doesn't even cover the cost.
No.
And we did make the motion, so anything out of the ordinary rental has to come before the board.
Correct,
To
like
change
for
it.
the school or something,
Right.
something that
And
gives
we
back
talked
to the
about that
community.
they send a representative and ask us, can we do, instead of 400, 250 or whatever.
Right.
But $50, it costs us money every time we let someone have it $50. It
No, I
costs us
appreciate
money.
you bringing that to our attention. It gives us time to look at it and.
Yeah, because we rented it to Southeast Music last year. This is an example for $50. They make big money, which is okay. But we had to pay Tim to come in and plow snow on Saturday to open up the town hall, and then salt. And then we had the heater running, they had those doors open, letting people in and out. So you just can't do that.
We'll have to relook at that.
You might want to try Alco for your cleaning supplies versus Damon.
That's something you're gonna have to ask Timmy. That's
Yeah,
Timmy's.
because
Yeah.
because the schools, a lot of the schools are switching over to Alcoa,
Yeah.
Akron is cheaper.
But that really isn't the point right now. The point is, we made a motion for $150 set. We can't continue to rent it for 50, and I guess is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Why are we renting it for 50 when we made the motion as a board that the minimum is 150? That's the question.
So how hard is it to rent it? Like, what's the process of renting?
You fill out a contract and you put a
Where do
deposit
you pay
down
that contract?
from Nancy or Nancy.
Well, basically Nancy does it. She's here 1 to 5, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so that's her baby, but I also do it. If they call up, I'm not gonna leave them sit on the phone. I go ahead and schedule, their rental for them. I write the contract for them.
Is
I
it
did
an
it, but I'm the
oversight?
one for the money.
Is it an oversight that we're just giving people the old price by mistake, or we're just not?
It's Nancy, she's done it for years, so she just goes by the old contract. I mean, she didn't know that, I don't even think she was here that day. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
And
I
that
just want to make
could be
sure.
combination with the auditor too.
Yeah.
They would have to pull that in an audit. Here's your motion, $150, but here's 12 rounds for 50.
Yeah.
What, how'd this happen?
Because I just went
They
through a
like justification.
two-year audit that wasn't even my audit. And that's how I found all this out, so. And then I just talked to the auditor about those, and we can't do that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's my question too, can we make it easier to just put the contract, like with the open blank on the website, so they can print and bring it in with their check?
It's not the contract, that's no problem. They get the contract, it's the pricing.
Yeah, but I'm just saying for people to make it easier to rent, so we can fill the empty spots, to be able to make that money, like, can you make the process easier than having to stop in here between 1 and 5 on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday?
We've discussed that in the past, and I know Nancy was pretty comfortable with how she was doing it, but we can, she likes to release.
They called on the telephone, we did the email thing before I even came in. And it was Kristy and Nancy, they did the email thing, and that's how we ended up renting the town hall double, because one was renting it, and then the other one came in the afternoon, and somebody said, hey, and so right now the process is good. They call up, as soon as they call up, I do the contract right away, and I mail it.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Okay, so
Just
they
need to
call
get it
none of
cleaned
that
up.
stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that's what we're doing right now, is cleaning up.
Gotcha. Well, we'll have to look into that for future meetings and look at the prices and try to make sure that we're not giving outdated prices. Anything else?
So we're in agreement that we are going to charge a minimum of 150. I guess we're not answering the question. Are we going to stick with our
Yeah.
minimum of
Yes,
$150?
I mean, it's news to me that we weren't. I honestly forgot that we raised the price. So, yeah, I mean, that's what we've already voted on in January. That's what we should do. That's already been set.
Can we have a pricing list posted in the office, the current pricing
Oh,
list?
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Anything else for new business?
No.
All right. Any other public commentary?
No.
All right. Do we need a second meeting this month?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. All right. I move that we adjourn the meeting and pay our bills.
I second.
Oh, wait.
Hold on.
Take it back. We don't have to do anything with it. This was just for our information.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Never mind. Yes, it's all good.
Need a roll call?
Yeah, she needs a roll call.
Tiffany made the motion. Laura, who seconded?
Yes.
Laura? Or Ed?
She seconded, I voted yes.
Ed? Yes.
Now the roll call.
Laura?
Yes,
Ed?
yes.
Thank everybody for your patience. That was a long meeting.
I will sign tomorrow. Leave it in office.
You didn't take any of my papers, did you?
I'll make the copy.